Okay, sir.
So good evening, ladies and gentlemen on the platform. You are welcome to the coaching network platform where we impact ideas and challenge leaders. Today, what we intend to do is to critically look at the other aspect which we started on Monday, but that of Monday was focused on the church leaders. Today, we want to look at the professionals. We want to look at, when we talk about professionals, we're talking about accountants, pharmacists, doctors, engineers, lawyers, all the professionals. We want to look at some key pivot areas of impact and also some conventional and non-conventional skills that can help majority of them to become a better individual and also a better organization this year. And so we have titled it Pivot or Die. Pivot or Die. And we believe that all of us in this 2024 is going to be a year of challenges and a year of opportunity. We will need to develop the ability to pivot or to keep persevering through adaptation, or we decide to die. And so we are going to be looking at all of those today. These are our learning objectives. We're going to analyze the perspective concerning pivoting. Then we will look at those key areas that you and I can pivot in order to develop growth and impact in our work, in our workplace, in our business. Then what are those conventional and non-conventional skills that we can master this new year to become, first, a better individual, and second, to make our organization a better company amongst the hordes that have littered the space today. Then we intend to create a roadmap for personal and professional development so that you and I can go forth from this meeting and apply our learning points so that we become a better individual who will be sharing our success stories in the months ahead. Well, we are just 5 on the call right now. I would like you to put your mic on. Can you please, let's look at this picture and let's talk about what you can see. Please unmute yourself. Can you say something on this picture?
This.
Well, I can see a bird that is landing at the edge of a platform. It looks like it wants to fly, but it's handicapped because the wings are tied.
Okay. That is what are the lessons from there?
Well, we We need to get rid of all those encumbrances so that we can be free to actualize our potentials. This bird is meant to fly, but as it is, it can't fly because there are hindrances. And where it's standing, if it falls from there, it's going to crash because it has no ability to fly.
Okay, thank you, sir. Any other ones, sir? Amas?
Well, for me, sir, in addition to what has been said, I think this picture reflect the fact that the possession of an ability to do certain things does not necessarily mean it can be achieved if the encumbrances are not dealt with. Because this bird, as it looks, has the ability to fly. It possesses whatever it takes to do the job that it was created for. But if the mitigants, the circumstances that encumbered its abilities are not dealt with, all those abilities are useless.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir.
I love what you say, which is you are riding on what Bratope said, which is quite good. This board has potential, great potential. But even though it's at a height, it cannot fly because that potential is tied. So thank you for that. Any other one? All right, because of time. You've said it. One lesson that we need to learn here is that no matter your ability, if you are in an environment that hinders that potential, your ability will not manifest. There is a promise in this board. That promise cannot be fulfilled until the encumbrances is removed. Another thing that is very clear on this board is that the board needs help, external help. The encumbrances, the board cannot remove it itself. So there are encumbrances that we can remove ourselves. And there are encumbrances that we will need to seek help. One thing I've discovered is that many people don't want to seek help. They believe that seeking help is making them to be vulnerable. Vulnerability is also a very good positive side. And so rather than seek help, you start helping yourself. Whereas you need an external assistance for the encumbrances to be removed. And so what we want to do on this call is to give us a reflection on ourselves. What help can we, render to ourselves? And what help is beyond our control that we need to seek external assistance so that we can, fly. We can achieve our potential this year. And that is the key thing that we want to pass across in this call today, in this meeting. So my introduction, I would like us to note that the world that we are in today, the fourth industrial revolution world, is the world that is full of challenges and immense and great opportunities. And only those people who are able to confront these challenges will be able to seize the opportunities. Because if you start running away from the challenges, you might also forget the ability to discover any opportunity. And so what this meeting is all about is to take us on a journey so that we can be able to develop pivoting ability that is beyond ordinary. And we raise it to the level of extraordinary so that we can acquire the necessary skill that will help you and I to unlock the untapped and the encumbrances, untapped potential and the encumbrances that may impact our success in this new year. I would like us to please understand, sir, that this extraordinary potential that we are talking about is within us, either as a professional, either as an individual, or even as an organization. And it is when this potential comes out that we can talk about growth or success in whatever we do. So I would like to say that 2024 is your canvas. And this meeting is challenging you to paint a masterpiece that will make your life to grow and to be impactful, not just to yourself, family, and friends, but to your generation.
Then forward this.
So the aim of this webinar is twofold: to challenge us to pivot from the business as usual, and also to develop in you and I the cruciality of, imbibing new skills, both conventional and non-conventional, so that we can be able to tap from this rapidly changing world around us today. And I believe that the little we will learn here, if we pick one or two from it, it will help us in our vocation, in our profession, even in your ministry, if you are a pastor. Now, the question this night is, why do we need pivoting this year? Why? Before I answer that question, it might have been in your mind, what really is pivoting? In a layman's language, it's just to change from the way that is not paying you to the way that will be profitable. That's just in a layman's language. But let's look at some definition. It is a shift away from your original product or offering or skill to something that is new, that you think your customers, your client, will be more interested in, or they will be willing to pay for it. That's what pivot is all about. And furthermore, it means being willing to change your course, especially when you receive new information, new data, or the circumstances that under which you are practicing that skill or business model is no more tenable. All you need to do is to pivot and change. And so what pivoting means is for you to be open-minded, be flexible. That's what we call adaptability. We also say flexibility or adaptability, so that you can be able to, weather the storms of uncertainty. And hopefully, once you change, you'll be able to come stronger on the other side. Eric Ries said that pivot is a change in strategy without a change in vision. A change in strategy without a change in vision. A change in strategy That is, in the course of the operation, the tactics you want to use, but not where you are going. That's exactly what he's saying. Not where you are going. So why do we need to pivot now? Like we said, it's very crucial for business leaders, for professionals, public servants to look at pivoting this new year. And the reason for this is that the world we are is changing, and is a lot of unprecedented change is happening, and it's driven by various dynamics. We will be looking at some of the dynamics. There are about 50 dynamics that are under this heading: technological, globalization, societal shift. We're going to be looking at them so that we can understand why we need to pivot. And look at this picture. This is talking about the importance of being able to pivot. You see, you can see the pre-pivot. Here, he's moving forward. He's moving forward, realizing of his unhealthy lifestyle. But here, when pivoting comes, he changed, was circling around, was moving around. He's making a switch. Is that how he turns back like this, or he goes back like this? But immediately after post-pivot, he now has a stable, sustainable lifestyle after pivoting. And that's what happened to businesses. Once business are able to pivot, to make that switch, change their business model, look at the customer aspect, look at their revenue generation, look at their customer service, look at their production, look at the operation, or you can look at the entire management structure or whatever. You know, we talk about the three hard S in business. You're talking about the structure, the strategy, and also the system. All of those things, once you look at that, then everything start moving. Once you pivot from those things that are not working. And so the art of pivot is just finding a new direction in an uncertain times. And this is your current strategy that you are using. And here is the point of pivoting where you need an inflection. And you move forward while you refine your strategy. It's the refined strategy that makes you to pivot. Instead of going straight, you move leftward and keep going until you reach your destination. That's basically what pivot is all about. Change of direction and inflection based on situation and circumstances. I saw this on the net. It said plans change, we pivot. That job we wanted that didn't quite pan out, we pivot. You bump that audition, we pivot. A relationship that is sour, you pivot. In pivoting, we remain who we are at the center, but we adjust to the circumstances around us in order to free ourselves up for better opportunity. That is very important, for better opportunity. That's what purpose is all about. If it's either you pivot or you die where you are. Because at the point of inflection, when you are to pivot, you will need to re-strategize. And re-strategizing can take some time. But immediately the strategy is being crafted, all you need to do is to move ahead. Move ahead. Because pivoting is not just for you to be marking time. Pivoting is for you to take action at that point of inflection. So, like I said, there are quite a lot of gamut about dynamics that are responsible for pivoting. And we're going to be looking at these three in more details. Before I go to that, please understand the insufficiency of the wild wind, or what we call the business as usual. It's not going to work. If you start this year with business as usual, you know, walking the wild wind. I mean, since the beginning of the year, a month, I have helped quite a lot of people to set for their goals, both personal and for business. Because the business as usual approach will no longer work. And I was telling somebody on a call, was it 3 days ago, that your business is different from you. Set your business goal and set your own personal goals. It is important that we understand that. The way you do things in the days that have just passed will not work. You will need to repent and do something with your life this year. So why pivoting is critical in 2024? And I have quite a lot to share on that. Look at this picture. This is where train, pivot, change from one lane to the other. And so this picture is quite, informative that there may be need for you to change. And one of the reasons is because of the rapid technological advancement that is changing your app. You need to keep upgrading it regularly. If not, you will not be able to enjoy most of the services. And technology is reshaping industry. It's making some industry to shut down and is allowing individuals and organizations to stay ahead if you adopt and leverage and buy into this technology. And it's rapidly changing. Second one is the global economic shift. Whether we like it or not, trade dynamics, market events, geopolitical events is going to continuously challenge businesses. The war in Ukraine, the US-China war on trade, the NAFTA challenge, all of those things is going to affect the EU and all the conflict that is around the world. It's going to affect everything. It's going to affect. Later this year, later this month, the Davos leaders will gather at Davos to talk about the trade and the challenges of the global economy. And what this portends to us is that it helps us to understand the economic shift, the trends, and then identify emerging trends and opportunity that your business can seize or even that you can use for your own life. The third one is the challenge of the post-pandemic realities that is right now affecting a lot of business. A lot of businesses are feeling the pandemic challenge, even 2 or 3 years after. It has altered the way we operate businesses. It has altered the way we do our work. Remote work or hybrid work is now the order of day. And so when you understand this, you'll be able to, navigate the landscape and implement what we call resilient business model so that you can be able to survive. Next one is changing work environment. Just like I mentioned now, remote work and flexible work, hybrid work, all these have been arranged. There are organizations till today that have not resumed full work post-COVID, and they have now bought into the remote work or hybrid work. And all of this, we will need to look at how to adjust our work structures so that we can be able to manage mental challenge, loneliness, and what have you that may occur as a result of remote work, working alone. And then challenge of remote work also that we all know is how to monitor. How to monitor. But a lot of things have been done in that regard. The next one is shifting consumer behavior. Consumers are becoming more sophisticated. And the society is changing because of technology. Therefore, if you don't pivot as a result of the information you have received concerning your customers, your business will become obsolete even before it packs up. So that you can be able to modify your offering, change it, use what we call the scamper model to look at what you need to do, what you need to change, what you need to modify, what you need to substitute, and what have you, so that you'll be able to at least to become relevant, so that your business will not become obsolete, even when you are still there. Then sustainability. There is no way we can keep talking in the world today without talking about climate change. The Dubai climate change meeting just ended. It was a whole gamut. I've been listening to most of the things there, very well enriched, and I hope that most of the resolutions there and conferences, they should be able to implement all of this. It will be better. It will not just be talk shop, but there are quite a lot of things that our organization today will and businesses we need to start practicing environmental responsibility. That is very important. And until you integrate it into your practices so that you can be able to modify your strategy and operation, and you don't become a nuisance to society and the community where you serve. This is quite going to be very challenging as we go into this in this century. Then increased competition. Markets are becoming more competitive. Therefore, there is need for businesses to differentiate themselves. And if you don't do that, you still be using obsolete approaches wherever, whenever, whereas your competitors are already using some unique value propositions, which will make your product to be, old and obsolete. Then the demand for inclusive leadership. Today, we cannot run away from DIE, diversity, equality, and inclusivity. Is very, very important. That is important because even this DEI is something that helps innovation today because people of different culture, races, intelligence will come together and they brainstorm on things. And that's what has been helping Google because Google employ quite a lot of people from different cultures and they've been helping them and they've been bringing out new products that are leaders in their market today. YouTube, Gmail, and Google Drive, all of these, Google Scholars, they are part of that 20-hour break that they always give them on regular basis for them to do something that is wonderful. So it's important that we consider diversity, equity, and inclusion in whatever we do so that we can meet the expectation of our stakeholders. Then we look at government and policy changes. Public servants may need to adopt new policies, regulations, and government priorities. Because the way we deliver government services today, yesterday, cannot be done today. E-governance is becoming, a reality in most nations today. But I'm quite aware that in Africa, this is still lacking. But a few countries in Africa is already doing this. A country like Rwanda, Botswana, all of them are already doing it. A part of Ethiopia already doing it. What am I saying? If we don't key into this, our public service will not be able to deliver the public services that is required. Things are changing. Public servants need to change. The word of professional development, continuous professional development, is also part of what we're talking about. Lifelong learning is essential for career development. And therefore, lifelong learning is so it involves acquiring new skills and knowledge so that you can stay competitive in the job market. This is very important. Everybody on the call, we need to understand that. You will need to continuously, practice professional development. It's very important because things are changing. The skills you know today might not be useful tomorrow. Then there is increased focus on mental health. People are really battling with a lot of challenges. Stress management is becoming difficult. A lot of people are putting too much pressure on themselves. And so it's affecting, people are going to depression and what have you. So mental health in the workplace is a challenge today. And therefore, this involves you and I prioritizing mental well-being of our staff so that our organization will not be losing people. That's very important. Give them free time, let them result, have fun in the office, decouple things. All of these are very important so that we can get to where we are going in the organization. Then what are the global challenges? the climate change, the health crisis. I think we'll talk about that one. Then also, we're talking about evolving leadership styles. Leadership styles is changing rapidly. And therefore, it is important that we, develop the ability to accommodate diverse teams. Because the workplace of yesterday is no more available. The traditional way we work is no more available. Everything today is now technological. And so leadership need to adapt. And so situational leadership might be very germane. Servant leadership, transformational leadership, all of this might be very important in order to inspire and engage our staff in the workplace of today. Then adaptive public service delivery. Citizen expectations are changing. The demography is also becoming diverse and increasing. Therefore, Africa is almost 1.4 billion now. So we are becoming bigger in terms of population, though we are the largest in terms of land mass. But based on what is happening today, Africa is the largest continent. We are becoming bigger, and we need to start modernizing our processes so that we can start delivering effective service. I don't know why African countries, with the waters that we have, we can still deliver water to every home. Over 80% of Africans are not having pipe-borne water. That's a shame on our continent. And this needs to change in this century. So the last one is that why we need to pivot. You need to pivot because of cataclysmic changes, things that you cannot see, unforeseen circumstances, crisis, disruption, like COVID that came. Many companies did not, budget for it. They didn't plan for it. They didn't see in the scenario planning and all of the other planning. And it ruined many companies. It disrupted a lot of things. And so when we have this type of pivoting, because of unforeseen events, we are able to prepare ourselves to navigate uncertainty and develop resilience to overcome things that are beyond our control. So basically, those are the things that the 15 things I want to share with you why we need to pivot. And majority of them, what I did here is just to divide them into professionals, businesses, and public servants. For professionals, future-proofing your career, you will need to pivot in order to ensure that you future-proof your career. You need to develop skills. It is not certificate that is required today. It is skill, so that you can stay ahead of the curve, so that the future job market is requiring skill. Go for that skill and develop it. Then it will also make you to be employable once you learn new skills. On Monday, I shared with us that we need a range of skill, multiple skill, and complementary skill. Those are the three types of skill we need. Range of skill, multiple skill, and complementary skill. Those are the things we need. And all of these you need to do them. You need to have them in order to be suited and fitted for the future work. And the last one we talk on professional is personal growth and satisfaction. When you are skillful, you are confident. And also it's rewarding. And it is fulfilling also. And you become, you can walk confidently and say, yes, I'm here. For business leader, is for you to stay competitive. Because new entrants and innovative disruptions are quickly coming. Startups are coming. And so they are gaining and eroding market share. So once you are able to, identify areas you need to pivot, you can become part of the people who are going to take market share from others. Also, you attract and retain talents. Once they see that your organization is quite futuristic and you seek challenges, and then you are people who give people, you are a company who gives the opportunity for people to learn new things, and then you expose them. People will join you. You become more, attractive, and then you can be able to, become a magnet for employee to come. Second is to secure funding and investment. Pivoting is very key for you to secure, because investors are looking for organizations that have visions and agility to adapt, especially in the changing environment that we have today. And so when you pivot, you showcase your ability to adjust to failure and to the future and all to the things that is happening. And then they say, yes, this organization is very good and is ready to pivot. Then for the civil servant, those who are working in civil service, it is important that you note this, that society becoming complex and you will need to address the complexity of their needs. Water need to be made available. Electricity need to be made available. People, Africa needs, our leader in Africa needs to wake up. We need to wake up so that we can be able to, to satisfy the society, because poverty, inequality, and all of these things are changing things. An ability of government to be able to do this, we require creativity and innovation so that we can be able to provide new solutions for societal good. All of these are very important as we move forward. The last one is that trust and enlightenment. Once the society does not have trust in public service, is going to weaken your ability to demonstrate responsibility. And therefore, it is important that we show commitment, that we are going to continuously improve on how we deliver service to the people. And in Nigeria, some time ago, there was this cervical. I wouldn't know whether it's still working with all the challenges that we have today in most of our organizations. And so, enhancing effectiveness is also important. Most African public service are yet to embrace technology. In Nigeria, of recent, passport, the minister in charge of passport is saying that we are going to be getting our passport within 1 week using electronic means. That would be very good. If it is done, we are watching. Now, if it is a promise that will be carried out, we are going to test it to find out how that will be, how it will be done. It will be good if it comes to pass. We love that. That's the only way to ensure that efficiency and effectiveness is imputed into our public service. So please note, pivoting is not just a choice this year. It is a necessity. Business leader, professionals, public servants, you can create a future that is impactful, full of growth and positive change by acquiring unconventional skills, embracing new perspective, adapting to change, and pivot. And I've said it over and over, the landscape is changing. The game needs to be played differently. We need to be proactive and be strategic in our pivoting. But as we do that, be relevant, be resilient, and then whatever we do, we'll be successful in the face of the evolving challenges and opportunity in our climate. So, for those who are going to subscribe as we go on, we're going to be talking later on how to easily pivot if you are not achieving success. We'll also be talking later in the different classes later, pivot your business model. While embracing change can be an opportunity so that you can be able to roll with the punches for long-term success. Then, for some of us, one of the things we need to understand is that what should we consider for if you want to pivot in your business? And there are 4 things. Look at the demand for products. What of your support structure? If you're in the manufacturing, look at your manufacturing capacity, your operation, and then look at your partnership. These 4 areas are going to be very important for anyone who will be furthering this contact. And then we will also be looking at this, the summary of pivot to the future by organization. We consider the old, how to transform your core business. We look at your present, where you are now, and then how to scale up. All of this will be discussed for whosoever will be interested. Now, how do you know if your business needs to pivot? When you are not profitable, when you are not attracting new customers, when you are not growing as fast as you want to, that's quite important. For the past 5 years, you have not been growing. Or since after COVID, you've not been growing. Your customers are not happy, and so some of them are leaving. And you are not even innovating. You are not adding new products. So somebody said, I didn't expect this to happen. You say, why did it happen to me? I didn't expect it to happen. Ladies and gentlemen, won't this happen? What should I do now? The word is pivot. What to do is pivot. 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 Just pivot. Thank God for disruptive thinking is what is important today. Thank you for that. That's good. So let's look at the key pivot area. Pivot from being an expert to empathy. We are not saying you will not become you will not remain an expert. But what we are saying is that move beyond technical skills on your emotional intelligence for you to understand so that you can be able to connect with people, connect with your customer, connect with your colleagues, connect with people and clients. Become a champion of human-centered design. And one thing you need to do, listen to your customer. Practice active listening. Learn the principle of storytelling. Storytelling gives you the opportunity to set the narratives. It helps you to dictate what is happening. Then it also, allow you to share your own story, and your story now becomes a viral thing. Then engage in collaborative problem solving by not forgetting the DEI I talk about. Because when you combine DEI with collaboration, it will help you to be able to solve problems and create solutions that resonate with your customer. So the impact of this is that it will empower you to build stronger relationships, cultivate innovative ideas, and develop a more inclusive and impactful environment. Because when a flower is not grown, you watered it, you fertilize it, you put it in the sun, it's not grown, it's likely that the environment is affecting it. Therefore, change the soil. You need to change the soil. The second pivot for professional businesses and organizations is to move from consumption to creation. And you can see, to move from consumption to creation. And what are we talking about? Shift from passive learning to active creation. Develop critical thinking and problem-solving skill, design thinking skill to become a generator of ideas and solutions. That is where the thing is going now. There are a lot of courses online that will teach you all of this. Like I said earlier, embrace the power of storytelling. Please share your ideas, experiences, knowledge in compelling narrative that resonate with others. So I'm mentioning it again. This narrative should captivate people, inspire them, and move their hearts to do many things for you. And it will help you to build bridges across every divide so that you will become what you have said you will be. Next one, pivot from consumption to creation. And here, we are talking about mastering the art of prototyping and iteration. You see, if you are a business person and you are not experimenting, then what are you doing? Experimentation is very key today to test so that you can be able to adapt your ideas quickly. It is through experimentation that we will get what works, iteration and what have you, what meets the needs of the customer that I am serving or that you want to serve. What is the impact of this key, of this pivot? It makes you to become a change maker and a driver of innovation, so that in whatever market you are, you will leave a lasting legacy. Legacy of impact. Legacy that challenges. And that's exactly what we are driving at. The next pivot, the next pivot is pivoting from scarcity to abundance. Pivoting from scarcity to abundance. You need to rethink the limitation of traditional resources, because most of the traditional resources that we have today are no more, working. And therefore, you need to develop skill in leveraging technology, data, and network, which will give you access to new opportunities and resources. There are several things you can do on that regard. There are several courses online, free courses at Harvard, at quite a lot of places that you can learn a lot of things. Then embrace collaboration and co-creation. Learn networking and how to partnership with people, because we cannot divulge ourselves from learning from collective intelligence. You don't know it all, and that will help us to achieve greater impact. So join associations in your organization, in the community where your companies are, in the profession where you are. Join association and collaborate with people. Collective intelligence can really help to move you forward. Then cultivate growth mindset. If you have read the book of Professor Dwell, you will understand this. A positive attitude towards learning, failure, and adaptation will help you to see challenges as opportunity for growth and abundance. When there are difficulties, when there are failure or setback, you don't give a hoot about it. In fact, they challenge you to move forward, to try more, to try other things more. The next one is, what is this impact going to give us? This impact, this pivot is going to empower you to unlock new possibilities. And it will help you to be resilient and create a more connected and collaborative ecosystem that will ensure that whatever you desire for your organization or for your company, you will get it, because you are moving from scarcity to abundance. Number 4, pivot from expertise to empowerment. This one is talking about not empathy. Embrace the power of coaching. Unleash the potential within you. What coaches do is that they bring out what is in you. What mentor does is that mentor put things in you. What teacher does is to teach you what you don't know. Coaching fosters growth, ignites innovation, and strengthens bonds between the coach and the coachee. So coaching is very, very empowering. Then the second is that you become a data alchemist, where you'll be able to transform numbers into actionable insight. And there are a lot of courses that is on this. You can go and learn Excel, all of these things, so that you can predict trends, make data-driven decisions that will elevate your impact. And they are quite cheap. You pass from expertise to empowerment. What is the impact of this? It empowers you to unlock new possibilities and build strengths and bond among your team so that you can become what you have set to be for the year. You pass from competition, that's the fifth one, to collaboration. Become a network weaver. Be strong connection. Forge strategic partnership. You need to partner with people. I mentioned collective intelligence. And here we are talking about collective action. It helps you to accelerate, shared progress and unlocks new possibilities. The next one talks about understanding others' perspective. That is when you embrace emotional intelligence and empathy, which we mentioned earlier in the first key. This fosters a more inclusive and impactful work environment. Please just note that. Number 6 now. Okay, the next one. The next point talks about champion cross-disciplinary thinking. This one is talking about, if you are working in an organization, you need to know what HR does, what planning does, what production does, what account does, so that you can be able to become champion of cross-disciplinary thinking. You will have an ability to reason as accountant reason, as a production expert reason, as engineer reason, so that you'll be able to, interrogate a lot of things together, because you have become a champion of cross-disciplinary thinking. So you learn from diverse perspectives, and that helps us to create innovative solutions for us. The impact of this is that it empowers you to be collaborative with positive understanding of people that you relate and work with in the organization, and also create opportunities for learning expedition by all players within the arena that we are talking about. All of these are very important. Then you cultivate future-ready skills. Future-ready skills. Sharpen your critical thinking. You navigate the complexity of a rapidity, in the changing world. You have the ability to now analyze information critically, so that you can be able to develop sound judgment and do what is needful at all times. The second one talks about adaptability and resilience. This is the ability to embrace change, love change. And in change, you will now be able to develop the necessary ability in your thinking to be able to do it well. That even when anything happens, you will bounce back. When there is challenges, you will bounce back. You will say no, you will bounce back. You will bounce back. You say no, I will get it back, because that is where I belong. Bouncing back is key. Then you develop strategic foresight. You can be able to see the future, analyze trend, and then be able to develop necessary proactive strategy to combat what you have seen earlier. What is the impact of this? 6 pivot. It empowers you to develop ability for you to have sound judgment, while you develop thick skin to confront setback and be able to tackle new challenges, because there will always be challenges this new year. Then you move. The next one talks about moving from problem solver to opportunity finder. Train yourself to become creative and spark new ideas. Creativity is inborn in everybody. All you need to do is find your creative space. Just look for your creative space. Sometimes when I'm in the toilet, I always get my pen and paper, because I reason well when I'm in toilet. When I'm alone in that place, I reason well, and I write quite a lot of intelligent things. that has become useful for me. You embrace entrepreneurial thinking. Entrepreneurial thinking or mindset is not just for entrepreneurs. It is for everybody, every professional. That mindset is important. It involves resilience, risk-taking, experimental, resourcefulness, solution orientation, and all of those things. And once you have that, even though you are not using it in business, you can be able to do quite a lot of things. You are not going to give up. Entrepreneurs don't give up. That's why they are resourceful. They are risk taker, and they are resilient. They never give up. Then tap into your inner child. That is, develop curiosity. Dare to break boundaries. Don't stay in your comfort zone. Innovation blooms in unexpected places. You need to leave your comfort zone this new year and go to where is a bit uncomfortable. Then you need to collaborate with diverse minds, especially the Gen Zs. The Gen Zs are now entering into the workspace. You need to move with them because they have new ideas, new perspectives that will spark novel ideas that will help us to move our organization forward. Then rekindle the power of playful exploration. Celebrate failures as a stepping stone. You know, mistakes, view them as opportunities and use them as a learning curve to grow. Like I said earlier, embrace a growth mindset for continuous improvement. What is the impact of this? It empowers you to break boundaries by confronting and daring obstacles. And it also helps you to enjoy, the advantage of diverse team, so that from them, you can generate a lot of great ideas that can change your organization. Number 9, move from follower to pivot from follower to leader. Only leader navigates people through difficulties. They make those decisions and they adapt to changing environment. Followers are the people that are just sitting down to receive. Leaders are the ones who see where to go and instruct people to go because they have seen the way. Become a leader this year. Stop this follower. Embrace vulnerability and transparency. So that people, when you are vulnerable and transparent, it fosters trust and builds stronger relationship because it helps to be open and become genuine and authentic for people to appreciate. And this authenticity is very key. It leads to transparency and genuineness, which will help you to lead by example. You become an inspiration to others, and then you empower them to take action. The last one, the last key, go beyond application. Ladies and gentlemen, leverage technology to automate your task, analyze data, and create new solutions. That's very important. There are a lot of technology around now, AI, blockchain, other disruptive technology. They are available. I use ChatGPT a lot. I use Bard Gemini from Google. I use Perplexity AI. I use Ask AI. I use all of these things, and they help me a lot to do a lot of things, to generate ideas and to learn. So, and that has really helped my understanding about the situation on ground. Develop data literacy so that go to school, be skilled in how to understand data so that you can be able to interpret data effectively, so that you can be able to use it to make informed decisions. So, ladies and gentlemen, what are the types of unconventional skill that is needed today? We've talked about the area you need to pivot, and I've mentioned 10 of them, 2 or 3 under each one. So that really is quite mouthful. Those pivoting and what might be. That's around 27 pivoting. What are those skills that we need to learn? Unconventional skills. I'm not going to be talking about skills that you know. Because embarking on a journey of personal growth is a transformative experience. And so the skills you want to look at, they are the unconventional ones. I'm not going to be talking about communication skill, creative thinking skill, cross competence, cultural skill, all of those. I'm not going to be talking about that. I'm going to be talking about some skill which is going to be useful to you. And about 2 or 3 of these skills, I've started learning them also. And I believe you mean some of these skills will help your thinking faculty. They are, unconventional skills are unique skills that contribute to your personal development, but also they add some distinctive flair to your skill set. So let's go through some of them so that you can, at least if you want to learn, if you want to laugh, you can laugh. Speed reading. Speed reading is very important today. I can finish a book in a week. Our work is suffering from information abundance. Too much. Some people call it, I call it information abundance. Some people call it information overload. But information overload is negative. But I want to call it information abundance. So ability to read quickly while maintaining comprehension is a game changer. Speed reading is a skill that saves you time, boosts personal and professional learning efficiency. And there are methodology of speed reading, which I can teach you if you are interested, but it's beyond this call. The second is public speaking. Learn how to speak in public, not just on stage. Anywhere, be able to make your own opinion, not by bullying people, but by saying it clearly and with confidence. Not to impress, but to express yourself, to add your own narrative to the space. I like to tell you that public speaking is an indispensable personal branding. It's very important because having to express yourself eloquently is something you need to learn. It's very important. Now, this is the one. I'm learning this one now this year. I've started this course. Basic coding. The fundamentals of coding is like learning a new language that sharpens your logical thinking. And it opens you to the digital world. It fosters your ability to problem solve and provide you with what I call a unique perspective of technology. I've started this course now. By the end of February, I will finish it. It's quite good, and I'm learning quite a lot there. Mind mapping. Mind mapping is another skill which you will need to learn. And it helps you to organize your thoughts in a congent manner, to group things that are alike together. And it strengthens your planning ability. If you know how to do mind mapping, you can solve a lot of problems. It's a visual technique, and it stimulates innovation thinking and helps to restructure ideas more effectively. It makes you to categorize ideas. If you know mind mapping, you'll be able to set your goal very well. Then in professional theater is another skill which you need to learn this year. And what does this mean? We are not just talking of you going to act on stage. No. We are talking about you developing a quick thinking, creative skill, which will help you to become adaptable in any situation. You know, the people in theater, the way they stage plays, the way they, somebody says a creative, I'm a content creator. They create a lot of things. Such people who can improvise, who can use broken things to do a lot of things. They will have ability to think quickly and resolve problems. So that is very important also. It's a skill. It teaches you to embrace spontaneity and to think on your feet. Then wilderness survivor. Learn how to develop, you need to develop survival skills. And these skills are so numerous. They nurture resilience. And sometimes when you learn this skill, you can be able to connect with nature. It fosters your self-reliance and also help you to adapt to environment. Now, let me give you an example here. Can you make fire from stone? Yes. Can you make pure water from bad water? Yes. And you can do that without using all the technology that we have today. Those are survival skills. In the group that I'm going to be taking after now, I'm going to be talking about that survival skills today. It's a skill I can teach you. It's a skill and quite a lot. And there are methodology to do that. Because a time will come when you will need them. Then calligraphy. This is the second skill that I'm learning also. Calligraphy is more than just aesthetic pleasing handwriting. It is a mindful practice that promotes focus and patience. My son and his wife, on the 26th, were invited out and we did a lot of calligraphy. We did a lot of art. We draw a lot of things, beautiful art that I draw. And I mean, we were almost 12, 10, around 12 or 13 people there. We all draw a lot. We do a lot of things. We use painting, calligraphy, and it was quite wonderful. And it has really helped me. I'm learning that calligraphy now. Mastering this art, forms, it adds elegance to your communication skill and enhances your ability to pay attention to details. Then meditative walking is a practice that combines physical activity, with mindfulness, where you connect with your surroundings, especially if you are in the hinterland where you can walk and you listen to birds, you hear them singing, you see the leaves crumple, you can also hear the animal moving, you can hear the water flows, the meadows, all of those things. You find peace in motion, and it allows you to think creatively and a better way. This skill will promote your overall well-being and will give you a calm state of mind always. Then astronomy basics. Learning the basics of astronomy reveals the mystery of the universe to you, and it expands your knowledge of the cosmos. It instills a sense of wonder and humility, which now gives you a reminder of the vastness of the world that we are in. And if I'm able to finish with that, I'm going to be looking at that later on. And the last one is home brewing. Home brewing. That is making your own beverages at home. And there are a lot of YouTube video that you can use to make a lot of juices at home, wine at home, all of those that, and it helps you to combine science and art together. It helps you to experiment. You understand color, you understand brewing process, you enjoy satisfaction creating something, and you can share it with visitors when they come home. All of those are very important. Ladies and gentlemen, as I close, I want to ask you this question. How are you going to make a difference as a leader? How are you going to make a difference as a leader? And I am going to tell you a story to end this call. And this is the story. The story of a young man and the fortune teller. You can see pot here. Imagine this pot. The boy, a young man who is working, is doing a good business. He went to a fortune teller He told the fortune teller that, fortune teller, I want to know my future. How is my future going to be? And the fortune teller said, it's very, very easy. So the fortune teller brought 2 pots. This pot, he brought them out. He painted one white, painted another one black. And he put a line in between them, in between the 2 pots. And he dipped his hand into his armament pocket. And he brought out a millipede. And he put the millipede at the center of the line that he has laid on the pot, the 2 pots, center of the line. And the millipede started moving on the line. No, before he did that, he said, if the millipede I'm putting on this line, if it goes to the white pot, that means your future will be bright. Your future will be great. But if it goes to the black pot, it's better you go and die now. Go and die, because your future, it won't be good at all. So he put the millipede at the middle of the line. And the millipede turned and started moving towards the white pot. And when the millipede got to the edge of the line at the wire, just to go inside the white pot, the boy was saying, I know that my future will be right. I know it will be right. The millipede will enter the white pot now. I know it's going to be right. I just wanted to be sure. Suddenly, the millipede did not enter the white pot. The millipede started coming back again on the line, past the middle, and got to the black pot. As the millipede wanted to enter, drop in the black pot, the boy grabbed the millipede and threw it into the white pot. The fortune teller said, why should you do that? He said, I cannot be looking at my future and allow it to go into the black pot. Ladies and gentlemen, he said, I use my hand to ensure that my future is good. The little I have said in this meeting today, the rest is in your hands. You will need to use your hand to correct your own future. Whether you want the millipede of your life to go into the black pot, or you want the millipede of your life to be in the white pot. That boy said, I can't be looking and allowed this millipede to go into the black pot. I will use my hand to ensure that I do good for my life. And he threw that millipede into the white pot. So I will tell you, Sazamas, use your hand to do what is good for your life and for your business this year. Effort plus the wrong tool is no result. Never implement everything you have learned, including what you have learned on this call. Only implement what is relevant to your goals. So, in conclusion, this year, 2024, will be full of challenges and opportunities. Get ready. Become skillful. Certificate is no more the vogue. Get skills. Be tech ready. Know what you need. Understand the art of narratives and set it. Learn, relearn, and unlearn. That's the principle today. Form partnership. Collaboration is important. Collective action, collective intelligence is important in the modern workplace. Please, self-care is important. Master your mind. Develop mental resilience. Don't engage yourself too much for you to be stressful, and then you lose your soul. Smart and small experiment. Start small, experiment, and iterate. Don't be afraid to stumble. Learn from your mistakes and keep moving forward. Like I said, embrace long life learning. Stay curious. Upskill and reskill as needed, because the landscape is changing. Find your purpose. Know your why. When we did the issue of goal setting, we talk about knowing your why and let it fuel your journey. When your work aligns with your values, your impact becomes truly transformative. Ladies and gentlemen, therefore, lead with purpose. Then go and impact your world. By embracing this 5-4 that we have talked about, you can become more effective. Your organization can become more effective, and you can be a sustainable leader in the year 2024. Challenge yourself. Implement these strategies. Watch your leadership, and your organization will reach new heights. And you become a better person. So, what I'm introducing to you now is what I call the coaching network roadmap for personal, professional, and business growth in 2024. And what do I mean? This is what I mean. Stages of metamorphosis. From egg to larva to pupa and to adult. We all know that. That's the way insect grows. And metamorphosis is the extreme change in an organism from one form to the other. And insects are the largest group that undergo metamorphosis. And these are stages. And so I have for you 4 stages today, which I've called the 4 stages of the MMC I'm going to introduce to you. Laying of eggs and the blocks. We're going to be discussing where you are coming from, where you are now, where you want to go, and how you will get there. Stage 2 is the larva stage. Putting together the 4 pieces of blocks. Giving the blocks the order through periodization. Then set implementation plan. Then start execution or be executed. Stage 3 and 4. Celebrate small successes. Correct failures, error, mistakes, and seize opportunities that is there. Improve skills. Then keep executing. Then the adult stage. Some goals are completed with result. Celebrate milestones. Develop another blocks or eggs from lessons learned. Keep executing and keep executing. That's the 4th stage. And what is the stage? This is the stage of what I call the metamorphic coaching and mentoring session, which is commencing in January. I introduced this to some group of people on Monday. And right now, I have like 5 or 6 people who are committed to this. We are going to be doing it in such a way that there are going to be monthly sessions with those who subscribe. Opportunity to one thing is NIPU Masterclass. There will be live question and answer session. In any of the programs we are going to be doing throughout the year, you will have 50% off what we are going to be charging. Then you have free copy of my new book, The Self-Discipline Leader. And one of the people who helped me, who challenged me on that book, is on the call. Thank you, brother. You are the one who challenged me to write that book when you comment me on the coaching network. Thank you. Then we are going to develop close WhatsApp group for those who subscribe. Those 6 people, they are already on the call already, and we have started looking at their goals and what have you. So, and this is the subscription. Is either you go for monthly, which is $25, or have a year, which is $110, or annual, which is $210. And if it is in Naira, it is that. we have it both on Seller and Patreon, so that those who can pay dollar will use Patreon. Those who want to pay Naira can use Seller. And is this is the link, and all the details are there. It's for professionals, business people. When I talk about professional, I'm talking about accountant, engineers, doctors, pharmacists, all your professionals, all of them. We can coach you to become a better person. Then you're a business owner, you are running a business, small business. We can also coach you to become better in your business. We are going to, first of all, coach you for your business and coach you for yourself so that you can be able to do that. I do one-on-one with anybody who will buy in to the metamorphic coaching mentoring session. So, ladies and gentlemen, so that's the metamorphic, and these are the stages we are going to be going through. Laying on of eggs, the larval stage, and also the pupa, and then the adult. And I'm going to be doing this with you as a group and also giving you time for the call so that we can all enjoy together and be able to succeed. So I like to say, if you continue, to wait for the right time, you waste your time. You waste the entire life and nothing will happen. So don't wait. Just go for the MMC. We are waiting for you. Therefore, act now. Act now. Act now. So I thank you for being on this call. I hope that you have gathered one or two things that we are going to use. I'm going to place the link on the chat so that we can, anybody who desire can click it and then do the needful. I thank you. Thank you for Adetola Ajala that put disruptive thinking is the vehicle to Pivot 2024 and beyond. Yes, exactly. Thank you very much for that comment. That's very good. Thank you. You will need to start. So thank you very much for being on this call. If there's any interaction, any question you want to ask, I'm ready to entertain it, or you want to make a comment so that we can together learn from each other, that will be very, very much welcome. I'm a learner. I'm ready to hear what you want to say. Contribution, comments, question, so that we can all retire. Thank you very much. The Lord bless you. Unmute yourself and you want to talk. So I'm going to place it. I'm going to place that is the link. Any comments?
Good evening, sir. Good evening, coach.
That's our coordinator. You are welcome, sir.
Yeah. Well done, sir. Good job,
sir.
well delivered. We appreciate you. We appreciate your effort and your time. We have learned so much tonight. And I would like to encourage as many that will create time to attend this webinar monthly for personal development and for business growth. Like our coach just said, it's only those people in business that need entrepreneurial spirit. If you're in paid employment and you crave to be among the management, you need entrepreneurial skill to move from that level of an employee to co-owner of that business. And I pray that God Almighty will bless us and multiply the effort of our coach. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Any comments or questions?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Pastor. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Go ahead.
I just also like to carry on from where Kayode stop to say thank you so much. This has been impactful, thought-provoking for me. You know, I just said to myself as we are rounding up that what we have asked today is like the saying that he that think he standeth, it should beware lest he fall. Because maybe by listening of training and things that we have attended, one would have assumed that all these things are common knowledge to one. But as we go on and on about it, I realize that even some of the things that we assume we know, we are not even doing half of them. So thank you so much, sir. It has been very impactful. I'd like to request that the slides, if it's made going to be made available to us, I don't think if all we do is to just listen to you for this 1 hour, you will not have done justice to the knowledge that you have impacted. There is need for us to go over it again and see how we can improve on ourselves. I would want to be part of that metamorphic mentoring system. So let us also know how we connect with that and we can move this forward. Thank you so much. God bless you and take you higher and higher.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for that comments. I appreciate you. To be part of the metaphoric mentor coaching is basically click the link and then you can join through Seller. That's all. Just join the membership and then we will put you on the special WhatsApp platform. Then I will give you a call and then we start the process. That's all. Once you join and then make your payment and what have you, that's all. Either you do it monthly or you do it half year or annually. I introduced it on Monday. It was on Monday I introduced it to the church leaders I spoke with. So around 6 people have joined now. So, but we are still waiting for others to come so that at least if we have like 10, then we can start. That's all right.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Brother Tunde Shodipo, talk now. You are welcome.
Hello, sir. I'm just overwhelmed. I came in late. Happy New Year, everyone, and good evening, sirs, from the part of the world I am in. I came in late, but again, what I've been able to gain from it is mind blowing and explosive. I don't know where to start from, but I think I'm interested in this, the MC and the metamorphic
MCM
coaching and mentoring. Yeah. I'm definitely interested. I think I would express my interest formally, but I would still need to talk to you because of my time zones and
we can do that, no problem.
And all of that, yeah.
No problem. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, sir. I think I missed one that was done this year. Okay. I saw that it was for church leaders, so I wasn't sure
for church leaders,
if it was because you said it was specifically for church leaders. I'm not one. So I was just like,
it's church leaders.
Okay.
All right.
But I want to join this one. I hope this is not only for church leaders. Is it for every one of us?
This is for professionals and what have you.
Okay.
Thank you
very much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Definitely, you've definitely impacted me and my people from the whole of last year, and I hope to be part of this journey this year too.
God will help us. Thank you, sir.
Sir.
Thank you,
God's
sir.
strength, and thank you for every ways you've been impacting us. I can imagine all the preparation, all the efforts in all of this.
That's a calling.
I pray God replenishes you in Jesus' name.
When you are in your calling, it's very easy. That's one thing.
We're inspired.
Once you are in work, you know your why. Things are easy. It's so easy once you know your why. That's all.
Yeah.
You know
And
where-
this skill set you talked about,
yes,
very apt, very, very, very necessary in today's world.
it is.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Let's
sir.
go, sir.
Yeah. All right. Any other comments?
Pastor K is here, right? Coyote.
Yes, please.
Ah,
Coyote
oh,
is on.
good evening, sir.
You will
I'll
greet
talk to you
yourself later.
afterwards.
You will greet
Yeah.
yourself later.
All right.
Let's
All right, bro.
let's ask people whether people have any question. Any other question or comments? Sonia Marcos, how are you? God bless you, brother. Samuel Kabogu, you are welcome. Any question?
I'm fine, sir. Thank you. I'm fine, sir.
Adeyinka, any question? All right. If there's no question,
Thank you.
the question
No
I will
question
ask
for
you
now.
is that I would like you to subscribe to the MMC. That is where you will have the attention of the coach, interaction, free calls, and what have you. We can do a lot of things together, walk you through your goals, personal and work, so that we can together. But if you are going to be there, you will need to work. You will have to work. Give you assignment, you will work. You have to work. If you don't work, it will not work. Anyway, you pay for it, so definitely you just have to work, because I will not allow you to rest. Or maybe you will just run away, switch your phone off. That's it, because you have to work. That's just it. You have to work. There is somebody in US who subscribed to it. She sent a goal on Wednesday. I responded that day. And I said, within 24 hours, I needed a reply. She has not responded until Friday. She just responded this morning. And I said, you are not serious, though. You are not serious at all. Because you have to work it. So she said, I'm pushing too much. I said, that is the reason why I'm there. Because the goal, you need to start to work on it now for 90 days. You need the tool for 90, all of those things. So it's important. Anybody who buys into it will enter the same trouser with me, if I can use that word, whether I'm a man or woman. Any other question before we close? If there's no question, we would like to close. Anybody who is not on our page, you are not on our page, all our WhatsApp contact, it's better you give us your email so that we can send, or your phone number so that we can add you to it. So that you can put your email and then your phone number. We add you to our email so that you can be getting all our communications. Samuel Akabogu, you are welcome. Ask your question. Samuel, is he there? Samuel, or is it by mistake? Okay. Maybe it's by mistake. No problem. All right, there's no question. Can I ask Kyle to close the meeting for us now, so that everybody can go? Thank everybody and close the meeting.
All right. Thank you, coach. We appreciate you.